Hello, everyone. Good Erev Shabbos. The video Dvar Torah today is sponsored by Barbara Gold Marks and Paul Marks in memory of Barbara's father, Manny Gold, Menashe ben Chaim Yitzchak Halevi al Vashalom, whose yahrzeit Barbara is observing today. And thank you, Barbara and Paul. And it should be an aliyah for Barbara for your father. Today, this week, is a very special Shabbos. It will be, God willing, the first Shabbos that we will be holding in-person minyanim at the shul. Weather permitting, we'll be outside in the sukkah area for already now several months after not being able to be in the shul. And we are very thankful to Hashem that we are at this point. We're thankful that this is a sign that in general the situation has improved, although we need to remain vigilant in practicing the appropriate social distancing protocols. And we are thankful that we'll be able to gather together, those who are able to come and comfortable coming as a community, to see our friends in person, even if behind a mask. And we're thankful that we'll be able to do the mitzvos, to hear the reading of the Torah, to daven as a minyan, to be able to respond to Kaddish and Kedusha, to sing together in our tefillos. And so there is much to be thankful for. But at the same time, we do recognize that, first of all, the virus is not gone, and there still is a threat, and we still have worries for the coming months, especially the fall and winter. And we do also recognize that most of the shul, at least this Shabbos, will not be present, whether it is due to age or some other medical condition that they're not medically advised to come to shul, and certainly you should follow such medical advice, or people who are just not yet comfortable coming. And if you fall into that category, that certainly is understandable, and no one is pressuring people to come before they are ready. And so we recognize that these first minyanim will be missing, will be lacking, due to all of those people who will not be able to be there. And so I'd like to share with you a passage from the Gemara which hopefully speaks to some of these thoughts. Amar Rabin bar Rav Ada Amar Rabbi Yitzchak, who was taught in the name of Rabbi Yitzchak. This is in Brachos Vav Amud Beis. Kol harago lavo lebeis haknesses v'lo ba. Someone who normally comes to shul, whether it's a weekday they normally come, or on Shabbos they normally come, v'lo ba, and they are not there. So besides for everyone in the shul wondering, oh, where is so-and-so? The Gemara also says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu mashel bo. Hashem looks into the matter. He asks around, where is this person? Shneamar, mi bachem yarei Hashem, shomea b'kol avdo. Who are you? Where are you? Oh, the one who normally fears the Lord, who listens to the voice of his servant, to the chazan, to the balkorei. Asher halach hashechim ve'eino galo, who has gone into the darkness outside of shul, is not present, and does not have light. Where are you? What are you doing? Why did you not come to shul? Hashem asks, so to speak. And so the Gemara says, Hashem, so to speak, says, Im ledvar mitzvah halach, if the person was not present because they have to take care of a mitzvah, or during the week they have to be at work, which is also mitzvah, or they have to take care of a family member, or something else important, there's a good reason why the person is not in shul. They really want to be in shul, and they would be there, but there's something keeping them away, which needs to be attended to. Then, no galo, the person still has light. Reading the verse as follows, Asher halach hashichim va'ayin, somebody goes into darkness and without shul, no galo, they will still have light. But if a person really should be in shul, and there's really not a good reason for a person not to be in shul, then no galo, then the person does not have the light. Rashi doesn't really explain this Gemara. I looked, couldn't really find any commentator really explain this Gemara. What does the Gemara mean that if someone is not in shul because they want to be there, but they can't because of a mitzvah, because of a good reason, still no galo, they still have light? What light? Well, the Gemara says going out of shul, leaving shul, not being shul, that's the area of darkness. So the light is the light of the shul. And so what Rabbi Yitzchak is teaching is that if there's someone who normally comes to shul, they are part of a shul, they're part of a community, they normally are there on a certain day, a certain tefillos, and then for some reason they can't be there, for a good reason, they really want to be there. No galo. They still have the light. They still are part of the light of the shul. They are included in the tefillos of the shul. They are still connected. They are still there on some level. Everyone who would like to be in shul, and if there wasn't the coronavirus, would be in shul. But because of that, given their particular circumstances, can't be there and miss shul. There are people, especially now the shul's open and they can't be there, miss it even more. No galo. You are still here. You will be part of the tefillos of the shul. At home, we don't say the Yikum Porkan paragraphs or the Misha Berach before we return the Torah, because we say, Hu Yavarech es kol hakal kadosh hazeh. Hashem should bless this entire holy congregation. We can't say that at home. We don't have a holy congregation at home. But this Shabbos, when we'll be back in Shul, we will recite that Misha Berach, and we will say, God should bless this holy congregation. And when we say that, we have everyone in mind, and everyone is included, those present and those not present, if you are part of the community. This is true in a matter of Jewish thought. It's true halachically. This is why the halacha is that if you cannot be in Shul, if there's a minyan taking place, such as this Shabbos, 7 and 9 a.m., ideally there's a very strong preference to daven at home, if you'll be at home at one of those times, 7 and 9 a.m. Remember, last time for Shema is 8:58. So that you are connected to the shul, because you are connected, you're part of the community, you're part of the power of the prayer that is in your shul. If you daven at the same time of some random shul, there's no preference for that. There's no added advantage to that. But if you daven, if you're part of the Young Israel of Brookline, and you daven at the same time that the Young Israel of Brookline is davening, your tefillos go up with the tefillos of the shul of the tzibur. And so if you can't be here, you should know that you will be included in our tefillos. We will be thinking about you. And certainly if you can daven with us at the same time, you are connected in that way as well. And so we are so happy to open the shul. We are so happy to open the shul for Minyanim on behalf of the entire community. And I will certainly be happy. It'll be a wonderful day. But we still recognize, even with this wonderful Dvar Torah, that there are people that can't be at shul that want to be at shul. And especially as the summer progresses and there will be more opportunities and ways for most people, for many people, to interact. And there will be some people due to age or medical condition who will still have to remain home. It will be very difficult. And so we are going to try our best as a community, as a shul, myself, to have extra focus, extra attention, to try to think of ways, of programs, ways to connect, to support those members of our community. We already have a committee in progress and formation. And if you'd like to be part of that committee, to think of ways, again, to specifically serve, connect, support those members of our community who will have to remain apart from others for longer than others, please reach out to me directly, and you will be certainly invited and included in our thinking and in our work. And on that note, everyone who will be in shul tomorrow morning in person, I look forward to wishing you good Shabbos then. And for everyone else, I wish everyone a good Shabbos and a Shabbat Shalom.